Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Kahalaim La, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Wakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And I said, teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom, Bayat Dawadah. And to the Akim and Akwatiyim that's out there repenting, shalom to you also, Mashpaka. Shalom. I just want to bring out a couple scriptures on this and add my little testimony I have. Cause this dude right here is through. And I got this video came through on my feed from the brother from out of LA, GMS Get This Work, of his channel GMS Get This Work. This dude right here is through. He is through. Because I remember him a while back, he didn't have no tattoos on his face. Then all of a sudden, he got some other shit plastered all over the side of his face and shit. Damn demon. That's all he is, a damn demon. Perpetuating that false name, perpetuating this Greek word. And he just dumb. Most High ain't dealing with this fool, and he dumb. He don't even know he being driven by demons. He's being driven by Satan. And he gonna be destroyed. And he think that he's on a path of salvation. From the looks, from the way he going, he's on a path of destruction, to be destroyed. What does it say right there? It says destroyed, because that's the path he owned, to be destroyed. He gonna be destroyed. Period. Matter of fact, look at this. Look at this dumbass. He got damn. I'm gonna say what it is. That's a Greek word. That's Jesus right there. He got Jesus plastered on the side of his face. Now, you think that's of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah? It's not, man. He's being driven by Satan, and he's possessed with demonic entities in him. But he don't know it. He think he normal. He think he praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and he's not. He bugged out. Look at him. That's that having that shit on you. That's the same as you walking around with a crucifix pendant on your chain, or a crucifix anything on you. That's the same thing as walking around and got that damn false ass name plastered on the side of your face. Let me make a little testimony first. And then I'll go into this and bring out some scriptures on that. Because that right there is the equivalent of you having a crucifix on you. Through. But before I came into the truth, we all got tattoos on us and stuff. I got a couple on my arm, couple on both arms, and, some on my back. But that was before the Most High brought me into the truth, before the Most High gave me the knowledge through the big brethren of who we are and the understanding of the scriptures. That was before all that. That was before I know who we were. But my testimony is, I wanted to get a big ass crucifix on my neck. Well, I didn't want to get it real big, but I just wanted the crucifix on my neck. And this is before I came in the truth. But for some reason, Yahweh didn't want me to get it. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua didn't want me to get that on me. Because one time, we took a trip, we rolled up to Reno, Nevada. Rolled up to Reno and went to a tattoo shop. And I wanted to get a crucifix on the side of my neck. So I went in there, asked the guy, I said, hey, man, you doing tattoos right now? You free? He was, yeah, I'm free. Yeah, what you looking for to get? And I said, oh, just, it ain't got to be nothing extravagant. I just want to get a tattoo of a cross on the side of my neck. I'm like, how much it's going to cost? He said, it's going to cost, I only had like $150 in my pocket at that time. So I'm thinking like, oh, he gonna say it's around about 100 and something bucks. Cool, I get it. And then he said it'll be $250. I was like, oh yeah? All right, well shit, I try to come back, but hey, I only had $150 in my pocket at that time. And I said, yeah, I ain't trying to get nothing extravagant or nothing. I said, I ain't trying to get nothing big or extravagant. I just, want to get it. And he was like, it was giving me the runaround, like, yeah, it's gonna be this detail and all this stuff, and you got to fill in this, do this, that. Yeah, it'll be like $250. I said, okay, well, sometimes you will see that, okay, the Most High, he don't want me to get this done. So okay, we wind up taking a trip another time, going down to L.A. Stop off at a tattoo shop out there. Like, going there and ask them, yeah, I want to get this, I was just, real persistent about getting a crucifix on me. It didn't happen the first time in Reno. Then we get to L.A., and I said, I want to get this little, the cross on my neck and stuff, Some reason it didn't happen. I don't remember quite what they said to me why I didn't get it done, but I didn't get it did. Then I guess a couple months later, we wound up going back to Reno again. Now I had enough money. I had like $275 in my pocket this time to go up there. Went up there, went to the same spot where the guy told me when I only had $150 in my pocket. Went back to the same spot. Now I had over $250 in my pocket this time. Now I got enough money to pay for the tattoo that he said. But this time he said like $375, close to $400. I'm like, damn, the last time I came in here, I only had $150. You said it'll be like $250, $260. Now I got that. Now you're saying it'll be like $375, close to $400. I don't want nothing big and extravagant. He said, yeah, but and I come to figure out, like, the Most High, this was before I came into the truth. The Most High didn't want me to get that done. He had spirits right there that was preventing me from getting it. But I didn't know that at the time. But now when I think back on that, I see, yeah, the Most High, he didn't want me to get that shit on me. Now that you knowing what the cross and the crucifix and all that shit mean, ain't nothing holy about that. If you looking at going to get a pendant crucifix pendant or you ain't supposed to be doing all that shit. The Most High is he's not with that damn crucifix shit. Just like he ain't with this shit right here. This dude got this shit plastered over his face. Even that we know Yahweh's real name, which is Yahweh, he don't even want you to get that tattooed on you. Why? Because so if this motherfucker, and he was talking about, I love you, such a JESUS. Yeah, you love that false idol. You love that false image. Because you don't love Yahweh. You don't love Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Because if he did, what? He wouldn't have did this. Why? Because what the scriptures say. Let's go to St. John. Let's go to St. John. St. John, what is that? 15. and verse 14. Slack it. It's St. John 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. So if he really knew, and he didn't believe me, he didn't heard what he didn't heard that what his real name is. He didn't heard that our father name is Yahweh. He didn't heard that our big brother name is Yahushua. He didn't heard it. Believe me, he have heard it. But he one of those ones that ain't gonna take. He been given over to Satan, man. Most High ain't dealing with this dude at all. What the scripture say again? St. John 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Period. Why? Let's go to a commandment for Israelites. Because he's of the northern kingdom. But he through, done and finished. What does it say pertaining to the commandments? What does it say pertaining to these laws, statutes, and commandments? What does it say? Leviticus 19. And I'm going to just go straight to the point. Matter of fact, I started 27. Leviticus 19 and 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you, for I am Yahweh. Now let me punch that up and show you what those marks is talking about. So already Mashiach said what? If you love me, keep my commandments. What is one of the commandments you receive right here? You can't be putting no marks upon you. Now let's go into those marks, find out what it is. Let's find out what these marks are. What it says, Kai, or Kwa, or Kai, Kwa, or Kai. What does it say? Incision, imprintment, tattoo, mark. So he says what? Neither shall ye print any tattoos upon you. I am Yahweh. So Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua say, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that. So if he loved Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, which he don't, he wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have put that on his face. Period. Not even knowing that's not an English word. They said with English vowels, but that's not an English word. That is a Greek word. That's not Yahushua's name. Period. That's why I say that's the same as you walking around with a goddamn crucifix on. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's walking around with a crucifix. Now let's go into this real quick, into this crucifix, and let's see what that crucifix is. Ain't nothing holy about that. Just like that shit that he got plastered on the side of his face, which he ain't supposed to have done, and that name is not holy. Yahushua is holy, not that. Let's go to Matthew 27. Just grab this and end it off. 27, and we're going to come down to 32. Going into that cross. Ain't nothing holy about it. Nothing. What it says? And as they came out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon, by name. Him they compelled to what? To bear his cross. Let's go into that cross. Ain't nothing holy about that. to bear his cross. What it says? Staros. Staros.
Strong's G 4716. Staros.
What does it say? A cross, a well-known instrument of most cruel and ignominious punishment, borrowed by the Greeks and Romans from the Phoenicians. So before Mashiach was impaled on that cross, guess what? The Greeks and the Phoenicians used that. So ain't nothing holy about that. Just like ain't nothing holy that he got this shit plastered on the side of that false name plastered on the side of his face. Ain't nothing holy about that shit. Period. And that's the same as that false name. That ain't Yahushua name. His name is Yahushua. Let's go to his name. Just show his name, and I'm going to end it off. Just to show his name, and I'm going to end it off. Just to show his name, and I'm going to end it off. Because it was just a quick hit. I just saw this and like, I could bring out something on it. See, this is what he have on the side of his face.
Strong's G 2424. Jesus. Jesus.
That's what's on the side of his face. And that's not Yahushua's name. That's a Greek word. That's not Yahushua's name. This is Yahushua's name right here. That's Yahushua's name. Show it again. That's his name right there. Not that J-E-S-U-S, but that's his name right there. Yahweh-Shai. That's his name. Not no damn J-E-S-U-S. That's all I want to bring out on it. Shalom, Yasharallah.